All right, everybody. I think that we are live for our Friday morning video. Okay, it looks like we're good. All right, everyone. Good morning, everyone in Powder Mill. I miss you all, which is how I start this every time because I always miss you. Bridget is getting my connection done. Oh, there's Mr. Carrier. Say hi, Mr. Carrier. Oh, yep. He was just reminding me to be close to the camera. I have a tendency to sit back and then you guys can't hear me. Hello, Instagram world. How are you all doing out there? Nice to see you guys. So ready to get started. I don't have the Friday song today because we played it last week, and I know that the sixth graders think that it's kind of, so we're going to skip it today and we will just get into birthdays. So we got some birthdays. We got people viewing. We got some on Instagram. We got some people who are on Facebook with us. Let's start with birthday wishes. Now, I have not done birthday announcements since vacation, which is a long time ago. So we're going to start with vacation birthdays. So we got birthday wishes to Noah Nato, Alyssa Sams, Alice Lee, Madeline Burkholder, Juliana Colon, Muriel Goodman, Mireille. I said it wrong. Mireille. I know it's Mireille, and I said it wrong. Tara Sweeney, Joanne Wiseman, Jackson Zeba, Molly Clark, Nathaniel Bailey, Anna Hoxa, Laura Lee Wally, Liam Rooney, Jaden White, Andre Sakin, Wyatt Kingsley, Victoria Strikars, Zoe Berry, Ava Healy, Zaria Kelso, Diana DeSanto, Abigail Austin, Matthew Dunham, Gage Emershai, Cameron Mason, Alexis Vins, Aiden. Oops, I'm sorry. My husband was knocking. He's trying to get one of my kids to open the back door. Go open the door for your dad, Connor. Alexis Vins, Aiden Emerson, Xander Monska, Max Welch, Anita Zerval, Abby Kane, Helena Ward, Nick Spina, and Nora Bertrand. I hope all of you guys have happy birthdays, especially Nora, whose birthday is actually today. So happy birthday to you, Nora. I hope you have a great day. Nick, I hope you had a great birthday yesterday. We're ready for some shout outs. Who's getting a shout out today? Well, we'll start with some sixth grade shout outs. So Mrs. Noel and Mrs. Callahan want to do some shout outs to kids who did some bonus work. Yeah. Not only did they do their work, they did bonus work. Like that's going above and beyond. So Kayliana Nolan Parkhouse, Aaron Petchke, Emma Pomeroy, Reagan McLaughlin, Nick Spina, Jade Highland, Zach Parent, Connor Martin, Gavin Fabiani, Bella Feria, and Daniel Methy. Sixth graders who are going above and beyond. Hey, that's the way to show that you're ready for going up to the big school on the hill. It's like you don't just do your work, you do more than what's needed. That's a great quality in a person. Next, from Mrs. Soleil and Mrs. Lloyd, they would like you guys to know that they appreciate you coming to the Zooms on Monday. It's really important that you do that because there's a lot of information given out. It was your birthday 2 days ago? Whose birthday? Blue Bear. Who's Blue the Bear? I don't know who you are, Blue the Bear. I'm getting it on Instagram. Blue the Bear says it was their birthday yesterday, but I don't know who they are because I don't think we have any kids named Blue the Bear. Like, I'm pretty positive. I would remember that. Oh, and look, I got a wave from Bridget Carrier. Look, she waved to me on Instagram, but she's like sitting on the couch right over there. That's pretty funny. Oh, Abby Kane, you're Blue the Bear. Happy birthday, Abby Kane. Back to Mrs. Soleil and Mrs. Lloyd's class. I know the ADD gets going and I'm just like sidetracked constantly. Mrs. Soleil and Mrs. Lloyd want, it's really nice to have the team together. So they really like those Zooms when they can be with you. They want you to keep up your great work. You're doing amazing. And then becoming responsible and active in your learning. That's part of being an adult. Sixth graders is starting to become responsible for yourself, responsible for your learning, and you need to do that. So keep up the great work. Mrs. Wagner and Mrs. Clark-Yvonne would like to give a shout out to Mason Kelso and Jacob Pelkey for some fantastic fraction work. They are really happy with Mackenzie Watt and Jacob Pelkey for being there that classmates were in their Zoom meetings, making sure everyone got there. For continuous good effort, Taylor Dolcinos, Jacob Pelkey, Alexis Vins, Jenna Barger, Angela Bovat, Evelyn LaFleur, Avery Burkholder, and Asher Rose. Always putting in that effort and that work. That's always needed. And a last shout outs from Mrs. Clark-Yvonne and Mrs. Wagner is to Jenna, Lorelei, and Austin. Because you're taking teacher feedback. Sometimes we get feedback that things need to change, things need to grow. And it's important that we listen to that feedback when we make those changes. That's how we get better. We don't always do things perfect first time. I don't do everything perfect the first time. I don't do anything perfect a lot of times, but I take some feedback. I listen to what people are saying and I try to improve. Great job, sixth graders. We miss seeing you. Next up, fifth grade. If you're in fifth grade, pay attention. Now, we got from Mrs. Blum, Mrs. Cardin's room, Asia Eggleston, working so hard and reading constantly. They want you to know they're so proud of all the reading you're doing, Asia. Brianna Rios for going above and beyond on your iReady. You did 22 iReadies last week, Brianna. 22! Folks, how many of you did 22? 22! Whoa, that's killer. Great job, Brianna. Landon Hanson for completing every single assignment 100% last week. Chris Hartman for keeping on top of your work and asking for help when you need it. Hey, they're there. That's what we have them do, is give you help. So that's so great. We got some waves to Gina Foynt, who's on, and Armalad. I don't know who that is, but another person on Instagram. Some waves going to you guys. Selena Phelps, Mrs. Blum and Mrs. Cardin want you to know that they are so proud of you for requesting extra math. Whew, extra math. Who does extra math? Well, we know that Selena Phelps does. Leo Jellison, shout out to you for finding error while double checking your work and fixing it yourself. Great thing to always do. Ron LeBourne, been keeping up with all his Zoom conferences, getting to his meetings on time. They're very happy with that. Ainsley O'Connor. Ainsley, I hope you're out there. Hope you got your mom's phone today. Ainsley wasn't sure if she was going to be able to use her mom's phone. She was texting me earlier, or she was emailing me earlier. So I hope you're out there. Hey, look, Mason Stratton's on. We got the Vanette on. Let's see, who else? Oh, Mrs. Parker's on. Tara's on. Mrs. Curran is on. Mrs. Jackson is on. Lots of people on the computers today. That's what we like. All right, next up, where was I? Ainsley and Natalie for deciding to learn Spanish. Just wanted to do something new. So Ainsley and Natalie are trying to learn some Spanish. How are you guys doing that? Like, what do you like? How do you just learn Spanish? Did you sign up for something? Like, that's interesting. I don't really know any Spanish. I took Spanish in high school. I can say like hola, which is hello, and a couple other things, but nothing good. Like, I know how to say yellow pants. Like, why do you need to say that? You don't. But I happen to know that in Spanish. And last, we've got from Mrs. Blum and Mrs. Cardin, Abby Kane, for completing her experiment at home. Great job, Abby. That's what we want to see. Let's see, we got Mrs. Gargano's on, Mrs. Wilgus is on, Mrs. Wagner's on, Cole Devino is here. It looks like Leo Jellison is here. Leo, I hope you heard your shout out a few minutes ago. Next up from fifth grade, we're on Mrs. Rood and Mrs. Namo's room. Mrs. Rood and Mrs. Namo want to say, great job to Dunham and to Jason Goff. How did you guys ace your AR test this week? Hey, those AR tests are not easy, so nice job. Next up, Andrew Johnson has been creating this baby dog diary, and they are really proud of you for doing that. Next up, Mia, Jordan, AJ, Heath, and Cohen. You guys have been keeping up with your reading group, and your teachers are proud of you. Mr. and Mrs. Namowitz want to say, good work. Keep up that hard work for reading group. And last, a shout out to Tara Reiser. Tara, I know you're here because I saw your mom's name on Facebook. So Tara started a book swap group so that her and her friends can trade books and keep reading during the quarantine. I think that's such a great idea. Like, it's easy to run out of books. We've been quarantined for a while. And if you're reading every day, you're independent reading, suddenly you're saying, I got nothing left. What am I going to read? And Tara had the great idea with her friends to swap. So that's so great. Oh, it looks like we got Janelle Davidson on, and Mrs. Alangina is here. And we've got the Emersons are on. Mrs. Burby is on. Mrs. Berube. I always say Burby because I had a friend when I was growing up whose last name was Burby. And so I see her name and I say Burby, but it's Berube. I should know that because I had her son in school. So you think I'd remember. Next up, fourth grade. Fourth grade. Here we go, fourth grade, from Mrs. Royt's room. Mrs. Royt wants everyone to know that Bella worked hard on her math this week. And Sophia, she handed in a very, very well-organized chicken plan. So that is a great thing. You know, she's organizing her work, handing in. And last, she wants everyone to know that Ryan wrote an action-packed summary, 3 action-packed summaries of reading. Oh, Miss Chakosky's on. It looks like Mrs. Cowie's on. Mrs. Bissett is on. Mrs. Frenette is on. Woo! We got lots of people. Actually, we've got like over 70 people out there watching us in the Facebook world. Love that. From Mrs. Gates' room. Mrs. Gates wants you guys to know that she loved your persuasive essays trying to convince Mr. Gates to buy a llama or a goat. I think that's hysterical. Try her husband to buy her a llama. She loves llamas and goats, apparently. I didn't know about goats. I knew the llamas. I knew she was into llamas. So great job trying to convince Mr. Gates that he needs a pet llama. I'm not really sure what you would do with a pet llama, but great essays, guys. Mr. Frazier would give props to all the kids who jumped right in and started using Teams this week. He has never used it. He didn't teach you guys to do it in school. And fourth graders, you were great. You jumped in. You started working on it. Hi, Amber Taylor. Hi, Angelica Coal. You guys just jumped in and gave it a shot and saw what you could do. And he's proud of you because sometimes trying is scary, but you did it. Hi, Ava. So, Tara, it's your friend's sister's birthday? Your friend's sister's? Well, but who's your friend's sister, Tara? So, Tara's talking to me on Facebook. If you're on Instagram. Your friends, that's weird. Okay, but if you tell me who it is, I say actually happy birthday. Mrs. Kavanaugh said morning, and Mrs. Soy is here. All right, back to fourth grade. Mrs. Portenstein has a couple of shout outs. She wants to shout out to anyone who made it to the Zoom meetings for trivia this week. She had fun time out with you. She also wants to give a shout out to people who use Teams for the first time to submit work. That is something new. You hadn't done it before. And again, you were brave and gave it a shot. And she would also give a whole class shout out trying their best to get through all of their iReady assignments. That can be difficult, but you're doing it. Shout out to Janelle for riding her bike. Good job, Janelle. Way to keep it up. And apparently someone's dog misses us. That's what it says here on Facebook. Someone's dog misses us. Okay, that's nice. Tell your dog. We miss you too, dog. Hey, Kate Fiorentino, I hope you're having a great day. Let's see. Where am I? Oh, Mrs. Lucia's class. Mrs. Lucia was really excited about the work she for her Coop project and the bike trail project. She said she had fun playing Hangman Zoom with you over the week, and she misses you guys all. Mrs. Bocchino is in the house too. Good morning to you, Bocchino. It looks like I've got like a 5-minute delay on my thing. It's just that you messaged me 5 minutes ago. I wonder why I'm getting such a delay. Oh, I wonder if I do this. Oh yeah. Oh, there we go. Now I'm there. I'm at the bottom now. Oh, there we go. Okay. I was way behind. Someone said I missed Mrs. Bissett's and Mr. Pickering's class. I'm sorry I didn't miss. I actually don't have any shout out to you guys today. They weren't able to get me their shout outs in time. So I apologize. People have been really busy. It was really kind of my fault because I sent the email last night late. Usually I send it in the morning on Thursday saying, hey, get me some shout outs. And I didn't until last night. And so I don't have them. I'm sorry, but I will next week. I'll be better about getting it out early. All right, third grade shout outs. We've got Miss Masoya's room. Mrs. Masoya says, thank you to all the students who attended Zoom. She misses you, but she had fun on your scavenger hunt. She wants to compliment all of you for some great work with fractions and exploring fractions this week. Also, she wants everyone to know that Gresham is writing an excellent reading response that shows deep thinking about characters of his independent reading. Keep it up, Taj. And a great job to Sophia, Jack, Veronica, Elijah, Chris, Madam, and Lacey, Amelia, Ava, Haley, and John for killing it on iReady this week. Oh, Mrs. Bissett said she sent them yesterday morning. You know what? I'll look it up right now, Mrs. Bissett. I'm sorry. Let me look and see if I missed it. Mrs. Bissett is always good about sending them. And let me see if I can see it there and I can do them because I don't want to miss you guys. Let's look. Oh, she did send them. Look at that, Mrs. Bissett. Thank you. I got them right here. Look, I'm so sorry. Okay. 5th grade from Mrs. Bissett. We've got keeping on track, doing hard work. Ella Anderson, Zoe Berry, Nathan Dos Santos. Nice job, Nathan. Adam Hatzavikas, Cameron Hilario, Sam Karapesh, Cade Kiley, Kowal, Carter Mason, Stella McCarthy, Alice P., Kara Sweeney, Jacob Watts, and Jaden White. Nice job getting on track. Tim Alvaroff, Killian Arnett Leisure, Serena, Kate Fiorentino, Isaac Hartshorn, Taylor Hedges, Samantha King, and Provencal, Angelica Rassett, Cole Russell, Andre Sakin, Paige Stopa, Seamus Sullivan, Tran, and Aiden Whittier. And she also said that she sent out some Rockstar emails to kids. So you guys who got Rockstar emails from her, great job. And Mrs. Bassett, I am so sorry that I missed that. I'm glad that you were able to tell me because now I was able to do them. Great job to Mrs. Bassett and not a great job to Mrs. Carrier. Let's see, I need to take a drink of water because I'm doing a lot of talking. Connor, what time is it? Okay, 1:15. All right, where are we? We were with Miss Masoya, and so now we're on to Mrs. Dion. Mrs. Dion wants all of her kids to know that you did a great job on your postcards, and she was really proud of you. Great work, and she's really excited. Mrs. Damaris has a shout out to Jacob Antico for working hard on iReady lessons and taking ownership of his learning. For making a beautiful PowerPoint slideshow to share with her friends and Miss Gendron. To Charlie Feria for writing a kind postcard to his friends. Keegan Schlegel, Victoria Strikers, Nolan Walsh for postcards to the teachers and friends. And to the whole class for so much iReady participation. You guys are really doing a lot of work. Ian Ewens did 25 lessons this week. That beats the 22 that we heard from one of the older kids, but 25 lessons. We also have some shout outs to Ben Gilbert, Bryant, Alex Russo, Victoria Strikers, Nolan Walsh, Joanne Wiseman for doing outstanding reading responses about the books that you've been reading. Our independent reading is so important, so keep that up, everyone. Mrs. Wilgis wants to give a shout out to Ivy for attending all the meetings this week and working on your reading. Great job, Ivy. I saw Ivy at a reading class this week, and I saw a couple other kids there. It was so much fun. Shout out to Lila for completing so many iReady lessons and getting all her math done. And a shout out to Liam, Keisha, Ashley, Milo, Alice, Kaylin for joining in and reading every week with Mrs. Wilgis. Mrs. LeClaire has some shout outs to Luca Perotti, Sam Wally, Alex Esco, and Braylon Starkey for doing a great job on their postcard projects. She loves all the letters she's receiving. Everyone in the class, wonderful attendance and participation in the Zoom meetings. It's so important, guys. Stay connected to your teachers through those. Great work on fractions from Mrs. LeClaire to her whole class. She is so proud of you and misses you. And she even put 1, 2, 3, 4 emojis in the shout out. Now I can't I don't know how to announce an emoji, so I'm just gonna go like emoji, emoji, emoji from Mrs. LeClaire to her class. Mrs. Allen Gino wants to give a shout out to all the amazing thinking students are doing during her Zoom meetings. That is so important that we're engaging our brains, thinking about what's happening, what's going on. She said kids have been asking for extra work, so a shout out to those of you who are doing your regular work and some extra work. Also some kids getting some extra help. So shout out for great fables and postcards. Mrs. Alangina misses you. She misses you. I don't blame her. I miss you too. Next up, special. So first we have Mrs. Bocchino. Mrs. Bocchino has a shout out to Milana and Liana in 4th grade for doing some challenging reading with Mrs. B this week. In 5th grade, shout outs to Anita, Tim, Nam, and Andre for doing a group chat this week. And last to Anna K in 6th grade, checking in and getting that work done. Anna K, jump on that. You got to keep it up. Mrs. Valentina just put it on Facebook that the 3rd grade is amazing. And they are. 3rd graders are amazing. You guys are doing a ton of work. Next up, from the health teacher, Mrs. Donahue. Last week, she asked for you guys to send in a riddle that was health related. That was your assignment if you wanted to take part, finding a riddle. She has a shout out to everyone who participated, and it was so great to see you guys. So special shout out to Gina Foynt, who stumped her. Ashley Cody, Molly Clark, Jackson Brown for stumping her. Nathaniel Bailey, who made her laugh. Okay, this was his health-related joke. Ready? What does a snowman take when he gets sick? Now my son Connor's right there. Connor, what does a snowman take when he gets sick? He said cold medicine, but no, a chill pill. That's a good one. Cold medicine's not a bad guess though. You know, it's not funny, but it's kind of works. All right, next up, PE. Mrs. Savard has a shout out to all her students who joined in Zoom meetings this week. She was so happy to see you guys. Next up, is that praise? You saw a beaver this week? Where? Like where? Were we by some water or beaver? That's cool. All right, PE. So this week in PE, it was driveway games. And so Ms. Hendrickson said she saw some great driveway games. Here we go. We had the Banks family with a Foursquare game. Emilia had fittions in her driveway. Bobby Coolis created a cool game, 21 numbers drawn on the driveway, and then had a bag. He would try to get points. Let's see. Sam, John, and Ryan Wally had a hockey target and some other driveway stations, and they would race to see who finished their stations first. Tess Morrow had a water balloon target game that she invented. Madeline Burkhold had a whole bunch of equipment on her driveway that she was using. It was a nice variety. Ryan and Peter Bourne, they had driveway bowling. Peter's a mean celebration dance. Mr. just got onto Facebook and said that all the band kids did great. He forgot to send his shout outs in. He's so busy working with you guys, but he wants you to know he's proud of you. On the bike path, there's a pond. Yeah, that's right. And so you saw that. Ooh, and Diane, there was 2 bears in her yard. Ooh, bears. And Kate Fiorentino saw a fox. Wow. All right, so we got Madison Schmeiding had Hangman on her driveway. Braylon Starkey had a great beanbag game and a scoreboard on our driveway and played with her little sister. Some math, very nice. Let's see, Aiden Philpack did some hopscotch and archery. Isabella and Charlie Feria all with this PE teacher smile. And they do such great little flip videos. So it was a lot of fun to see their hopscotch. Gianna and Michaela Mascagelli, a little Foursquare. And Quinian had an obstacle course. And a shout out to Janelle, who's riding her bike now herself without training wheels. Nice job, Janelle. We're proud of you. Let's see. Mrs. Hendrickson wants you guys to know, if you have not downloaded Flipgrid yet, you should. Flipgrid is a great app that she uses and that Health uses and that Music uses. And it has a lot of fun. You can post videos in it. You can see what your class is doing. It gives you ideas to stay active. There's directions on the PE lesson page. A shout out to Ainsley O'Connor because she left video responses for so many of her classmates, encouraging them. That's so nice to see. If you haven't downloaded Flipgrid, you should. Let's see. Next up, digital literacy. I know that Dr. Petchke's in the house. So what do we got? We have animations. He would like to give a shout out to some outstanding animations. Chelsea Jackier, Holden Beckman, Seamus Sullivan, Molly Clark, Jacob Pelkey, Zachary Parent, Jason Gaw, Hunter Sanctuary, Sophia Gaudette, Robert Coolis, Landon Feria, Julia Banks, Julia Brown, Julie Banks, Haley Murray, and Danielle Clendenin. Great job for your digital literacy. Ooh, the Van Etten kids have been working out with their mom. That's good. Working out is important. I mean, I don't actually work out, just for the record, because I don't like to exercise. But most people, very important. I'm just pretty much lazy. Next up, library. We had some fractured fairy tales and frogs and astronauts in space. It was a busy library week. A shout out from Mrs. Colson too, Kira Jackier, Sadie Senton, Isabella Knoll, Otto Muzminski, Peter Laborn, Ryan Laborn, Garrett Nyland, Mino Paul, Ashley Bellevue, Serenity Jackson, Julie Banks, Kevin Banks, Hannah Banks, Quinn Skian, and Jackson Brown, all doing great work with the library assignments. Mino Paul and Jason Gaw, Miss wants you to know she loved your fractured fairy tales. They're quite clever. And a huge thank you from Mrs. Colson to Agatha Antropova, for her heartfelt and thoughtful PowerPoint during Teacher Appreciation. Nice job. So I want to finish, that's all the shout outs from teachers, but I want to do some shout outs now. And I'm going to do shout outs not to kids. I want to do some shout outs to teachers. So we all know that this is Teacher Appreciation Week. And I love the staff that we have at Powder Mill. And so I want to do some shout outs to all of you. So first I want to start with the third grade team. Third grade, and this is not just from me, this is from Mrs. Curran too. She and I work together on these shout outs. So third grade team, you are our rule followers. You're the above and beyond team. You guys, you never complain. You take new ideas, you run with them, even when it's out of your comfort zone. You take these ideas and you make them your own. You are an amazing group of people. You need to know how special those qualities are. The way that you embrace and put your all into them. It's just very, very special about you. You are a great group. Grade 4, our grade 4 team. I admire the grade 4 team's strong bond. They have an intense friendship. They are not just colleagues, they are friends. They share. Okay, I'm in the middle of this heartfelt talk and Bridget just sent me a message. Can I use the toaster oven or is it too loud? What do you all think? Can Bridget use the toaster oven? Yes, Bridget, you can use the toaster oven. Okay, go ahead, toaster oven. In the middle of my heartfelt speech. Go away, child. Back to 4th grade. Again, you have such a strong bond and such a strong friendship. You are conscientious about everything you do. One of the things I realized early on is that the 4th grade team, you ask questions. And you ask questions, but that's because you want to get it right. You want to make sure you understand and you want to do what's best. You're always willing to do what it takes to make things special for our kids. You know, the drama club, the talent show, you're always willing to do that extra to make Powder Mill a special place. And I think I can't not mention the fact that you have the best school spirit. 4th grade, there's no doubt that this school today, you will not disappoint. Never. You are amazing. And I think that comes from your bond as friends. You just are a fun group of people. And I appreciate everything you do. Grade 5, the grade 5 teacher team. Oh, you guys you're my rebels. You're my rebels. You are my blaze a new trail, find a new way group. You have a fierce spirit. No doubt. And with that, I feel like there is a devotion to kids. You are definitely going to be asking for forgiveness and not permission. That is part of your personalities. The funny part is you rarely need forgiveness because every decision you make comes from a good place. You love our kids. You love our community. And so your rebellious spirit tends to be one that is always to the benefit of us. So I appreciate you, 5th grade, for all that you are. 6th grade, our top floor. Teachers, you're our newest team. You have new members and you're starting to bond. And I have to say, it's been great to watch you come together. It's been great to watch you find your way and to build yourselves as a team, to find your place in how you work together. That you have really put a lot into your relationship as a team and how you can progress with each other. I'm always impressed with the sense of responsibility that you have for sending kids to SRS. You take our kids' future success, you just take that so much to heart. You thoughtfully plan for our kids, and you're constantly thinking about their futures. Your dedication to the kids and to their success is really second to none. I'm always impressed by that. And that's near to my heart because that's who I was as an 8th grade teacher sent to a new building. And it's scary to send them off. I know that. And you take that responsibility very seriously and make decisions accordingly. So I really appreciate all you do. I just got a message from Mrs. Nomowitz, and she said rebels, and she laughed. But you are Mrs. Nomowitz. You are your rebels. Again, you would rather ask forgiveness than permission. My specials team, you are my diverse group. You come from all different backgrounds because you have different areas that you so you bring diversity in this new perspective to everything that we do. I'm always impressed with the way you lend a hand, whether it's some activity, whether it's colleges. You guys are always willing to do something. I really appreciate the fact that you read our kids every day, even in the cold winter days when the wind's howling. You know, that is important because you set a tone. You set a tone for our students. You set a tone for what our days are going to be like by greeting them, and that's such an important piece. You guys are the rock stars of our school. There is no doubt. Kids look forward to being with you more than any other people. You have the strongest relationships with our kids because you spend so much time with them, and I know that you invest in that. You spend 4 years with them, and you really have these friendships with our kids that the rest of us, we send them on their way. They're a year, and the rest of the team, it's a year and it's done. But you guys have this bond with kids over time, and you create passion for our kids. The subject areas that you teach become kids' lifelong hobbies, their careers, and you build that in them at a young age. And it's your excitement and your passion that translates to our kids so well. So thank you, and I appreciate you as a team. Next up, our service providers. We have a whole lot of people behind the scenes that not everyone knows about, but they are amazing. So to our service providers, you make sure our kids get what they need. Without you, they can't be successful. You're patient with all of us. You create schedules that accommodate everyone. You work around so many others. But you do it. You do it because it's important for our kids. You're always willing to help where needed. You make adjustments to make sure kids are the focus of every single day. Service providers, you are behind the scenes for so much, but our kids wouldn't get where they need to go if you guys weren't able to juggle and adjust and keep the kids as that focus. So I appreciate all of that. Thank you. TAs. Oh my gosh, TAs. Our teacher assistants. You are our unsung hero in so many ways. Every student's academic gains every day depend on that support you bring to the classroom. We couldn't do it without you. Kids would not be moving forward the way they do if it wasn't for you. You guys are the people that kids turn to when they're in need. You're their first look. When a child isn't sure, when they need help, when something's not going right, the TAs, you're the ones there getting that job done. You never complain. Even when we come up with crazy tasks for you, here's some tasks that you don't want to be doing. TAs, you make sure that our building is smooth, and you make sure kids bus at the end of the day and get home when all the rest of us are going, ugh, the day is done. You have that extra 15 minutes and you spend the time in that super crazy heck time getting kids where they need to go. TAs, there is no doubt, you guys are worth your weight in gold, and we can't function without you. We simply couldn't function without our TAs. The last group that I need to give a shout out to is guidance, Nurse Ashley, the whole trauma crew. You guys all know who you are, the trauma crew. You guys are amazing at what you do. There's no other way to say that. You're amazing. You build such strong connections with our students and our families. You make sure kids have supports in school, supports in the community. For Mrs. Curran and I, you complete this administrative, make us a team. And you are the puzzle piece, really, that completes everything. You're just that extra addition, that part that always comes together. I have to say that I have never been part of a highly functioning team like this. This is the most highly functioning, strong team that I've ever been on. And so to Gloria, to Tracy, to Robin, to Ashley, to Sherry, to Karen, to Mike, to Rick, Lauren, all of us, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing every day if it wasn't for this teamwork and the effective work. So Thank you so much to all of the guidance trauma crew. I appreciate you guys every single day. That's the end of my shout out, end of my day today. I just want to say thank you for listening to all my teacher shout outs. Kids, I just miss you. I don't know how else to say that. And I know I say it every time when we're on here, but I miss you. I miss your faces. I miss your hellos, your goodbyes, your smiles, your frowns. I'm not telling you to stop running in the hallway. I miss seeing you in the cafeteria. I miss every single minute of our day. Mrs. Kern and I went into school this week and had to do some work. We were just there for about 2 hours, and it was horribly depressing because it was quiet. And schools should never, ever be quiet. And I can't wait till ours is loud, and I can't wait till ours is full, and I can't wait to be back with you. I miss you. Have a great week, and I'll see you next Friday.